In modern life, worry seems to have become an inevitable part of our existence. The pressures from work, family, and society can make us feel stressed and out of control. However, through the philosophy of Stoicism, we can learn to manage anxiety and maintain inner peace. Stoicism is not just a philosophical ideology but also a method to help us focus on what we can control, let go of what we cannot, and live with tranquility. By applying these principles, we not only minimize anxiety but also find inner peace, allowing us to face difficulties with greater strength. Welcome to the Stoic Lessons channel. This is where we explore profound life philosophies and valuable lessons for personal development. Through these videos, you'll find inspiring stories, essential skills to face challenges, and mindsets that help you live a meaningful life. In this video, we will delve into how to control anxiety in life and maintain peace of mind through tranquility. Let's embark on a journey of self-discovery and create positive changes in life together. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest knowledge. And now, let's begin. In modern life, anxiety has become an unavoidable part. We worry about work, family, health, relationships, and even global issues that we cannot control. This anxiety not only affects our mental health but also harms our physical well-being, leading to stress, insomnia, and a decline in quality of life. To cope with anxiety, many people turn to ancient philosophies to learn how to remain calm and manage their moods. One of the timeless philosophies that is very applicable to modern life is Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophical school that originated in ancient Greece, with figures such as Zeno, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius as its followers. This philosophy focuses on controlling our thoughts and actions, learning to accept what cannot be changed, and seeking inner peace regardless of external circumstances. By applying the principles of Stoic thinking, we can learn how to manage anxiety and maintain calmness in life. Here are some ways Stoic philosophy helps control anxiety and sustain mental strength. Identify and distinguish between what can and cannot be controlled. One of the core principles of Stoic philosophy is to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot control. According to Stoicism, we should only focus on what lies within our control and learn to accept what is beyond our ability to change. The things we can control include thoughts and attitudes. We have the right to choose how we think about a situation. No matter what happens, we can choose to react positively or negatively. Actions, the decision to do something or not to do something is entirely within our hands. We can act in ways that align with our values. The things we cannot control include others' opinions and actions, no matter how hard we try. We cannot control the thoughts or actions of others. This includes relationships, colleagues, family, or society at large. Natural or random events, unexpected situations such as weather, accidents, illness, or economic instability are beyond an individual's control. When we clearly understand that not everything is within our control, we can reduce our anxiety. This helps liberate our minds from meaningless worries about unchangeable events. Instead of trying to change what we cannot control, we learn to accept and focus on what we can do to improve the situation. Focus on the present and minimize worries about the future. A major source of anxiety comes from overthinking the future. Humans tend to worry about what might happen, but we often fail to take time to live in the present moment. Stoic philosophy encourages focusing on the present and not overly worrying about what the future may bring. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of the most famous Stoics, said, "Do not let your mind be drawn into what might happen in the future. Live each moment as if it were your last." According to Stoicism, an excessive focus on the future not only causes us to worry but also robs us of the peace of the present. By taking the time to slow down and experience each moment, we can appreciate life more deeply and better control our thoughts. A simple exercise from Stoicism to live in the present is a breathing exercise. Spend a few minutes each day focusing on your breath, letting go of any worries about the future or the past. This helps calm the mind, enhances tranquility, and allows us to be more aware of reality. Learning to accept and face adversity. Anxiety often arises from fear of adversity, loss, or failure. However, Stoic thinking teaches that adversity is a natural part of life, and we need to learn to accept it rather than avoid it. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "Do not seek for everything to happen as you wish, but wish for everything to happen as it does happen, and you will have a peaceful life." This means that instead of resisting unfavorable circumstances, we need to learn to face and accept them. When confronting adversity, we do not need to deny feelings of sadness or fear, but it is important not to let these emotions control our minds. A practical example in Stoicism is an exercise called premeditatio malorum, which means imagining the worst things that could happen in life. By envisioning negative scenarios beforehand, we can reduce the fear when they actually occur and prepare our minds to face them. This strengthens our coping ability when facing difficulties and helps us not to be overwhelmed by anxiety. Finding joy in minimalism and letting go of the mind. Stoic philosophy encourages the pursuit of minimalism and focusing on the values that truly matter in life. Many people worry because they get caught up in the race for success, material wealth, or external things to feel secure. However, Stoicism teaches that peace does not come from external things but from within, from the tranquility of the soul. According to the Stoic philosopher Seneca, minimalism does not mean completely giving up all material possessions, but rather knowing how to relax and let go of unnecessary things. Followers of this philosophy often appreciate the simple things in life, such as a quiet morning, time spent with family, or a delicious meal. By focusing on small joys, we can alleviate worries about achieving larger goals or acquiring luxuries. This brings satisfaction with the present and helps us maintain our spirits even when facing greater challenges. Self-control over emotions and actions. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-control over emotions and actions. While it is impossible to avoid experiencing negative emotions such as anxiety, sadness, or anger, this philosophy teaches that we should not allow these feelings to dictate our behavior. Epictetus once said, "It is not the external events that harm us, but how we perceive those events." This implies that our reactions to what happens are more important than the events themselves. When faced with difficulties, instead of reacting negatively, we should pause and think about the best way to cope. In life, this means learning to restrain impulsive emotions and, instead, acting rationally. For example, when confronted with a stressful situation, rather than getting angry or overly worried, we can take simple steps to address the problem logically. An effective Stoic practice is to keep a journal. Writing down thoughts and emotions each day helps us reflect on how we respond to life. This not only helps us understand ourselves better but also cultivates our ability to self-control in the future. Practicing gratitude and appreciating life. An important part of maintaining mental strength in life is practicing gratitude. Anxiety often causes us to focus on shortcomings or fear about the future, causing us to forget the good things that exist in the present. Stoicism encourages us to cherish what we have, even the smallest things. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, think of the precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, and to love." By focusing on positive aspects, we can dispel anxiety and experience life more fully. A way to practice gratitude in daily life is to keep a gratitude journal. Spend a few minutes each day writing down at least 3 things you are grateful for. This helps us focus on the positive aspects of life and reduce anxiety about what we have yet to achieve. Building sustainable relationships and mutual support. Ultimately, building and maintaining positive relationships is one of the key factors in minimizing anxiety and maintaining emotional stability. Stoicism emphasizes not only self-control but also encourages interaction and mutual support within the community. Seneca once wrote, "Human beings are not born to live alone but to live together." This implies that we have a responsibility to help and support one another in difficult times. When we face anxiety, sometimes sharing and seeking support from others can alleviate pressure. Stoic philosophy does not advocate for isolating oneself from society. Instead, it guides us to build strong and healthy relationships where understanding, empathy, and mutual support form a solid foundation. Accepting that everyone has weaknesses is a wise approach from a Stoic mindset. When we understand that no one is perfect and that others also face their own anxieties and difficulties, we can forgive more easily and reduce unrealistic expectations of them. This fosters empathy and understanding in relationships, creating a strong support network. Additionally, Stoicism teaches that the emotions and attitudes of others should not affect our mood. Epictetus reminded us that we cannot control the actions and thoughts of others, but we can control our own reactions. By staying calm and not allowing others to shake our spirits, we can maintain balance in our social relationships and daily life. Practicing patience and perseverance. An important factor in managing anxiety is patience and perseverance. Stoicism is not only about controlling the mind and emotions but also about developing the ability to face difficulties without giving up. Anxiety often stems from feelings of helplessness or lack of control over a situation. But patience is key to overcoming these challenging phases. Stoic philosophy encourages the practice of perseverance and patience in the face of adversity. Epictetus once said, "Do not hope that everything will go easily. Train yourself to endure hardships, and you will realize that you are stronger than you think." Stoicism views challenges in life as opportunities for growth rather than merely obstacles. Imagine a person facing a major challenge in work or life. Instead of becoming anxious and panicked, Stoicism advises us to break down the problems, focus on small steps, and patiently work through them. This helps alleviate feelings of overwhelm and enables a more rational approach to the issue. The ability to be patient and persevering also helps us stay focused on long-term goals rather than being distracted by temporary worries. Anxiety often pulls our minds towards unimportant things. But when we maintain faith in our journey, anxiety gradually fades away. Meditation and mindfulness in Stoicism. Meditation is an important aspect of Stoic thinking to help maintain tranquility and reduce anxiety. Although it is not described in the modern sense of meditation as we know today, Stoicism encourages self-reflection and mindfulness as a means of training the mind. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, clearly expressed the practice of self-reflection and daily meditation. He dedicated time to reflect on his actions and thoughts, learning how to improve and maintain his spirit amidst the fluctuations of life. Stoic meditation goes beyond just quieting the mind and reflecting. It also involves learning to accept oneself and the existence of the world around us. Through meditation, we can find inner peace, minimize unnecessary worries, and focus on the present. One of the simplest meditation exercises in Stoic thought is creating space. This means creating moments of silence in the mind where we can pause to think without being influenced by anxious emotions. When feeling stressed, simply sit down, close your eyes, and focus on your breath, allowing thoughts to come and go without clinging to any particular idea. This helps soothe the nervous system, reduce stress, and bring a sense of calm. Accepting impermanence and death as a natural part of life. One of the important ideas and also the greatest challenges in Stoic philosophy is accepting the impermanence of life and death. Both Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius emphasize that death is not something to fear but a natural and inevitable part of life. Worrying about death or the transience of life can rob a person of peace. However, Stoicism teaches that contemplating death is not negative, rather, it is a way for us to live more fully. When we understand that our time is limited, we can appreciate and be mindful of every moment. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Do not act as if you will live 1,000 years. Death is very near you. Live now. Do what you can. And do not delay." This suggests that instead of worrying about death, we should focus on living fully in each moment. Accepting impermanence helps us alleviate unnecessary worries about the future and concentrate on the present. By doing this, we can experience life more authentically, find peace, and avoid being swept away by worries about what might happen. Finding joy in contributing to and serving others. Stoicism emphasizes not only maintaining a strong spirit for oneself but also encourages contribution and service to the community. According to this philosophy, life is not just about ourselves but also about what we can do to help others and make the world a better place. An important part of managing anxiety is stepping outside of ourselves and focusing on what we can do for others. When we help others, we not only bring value to the community but also help ourselves find joy and satisfaction. Focusing on serving others helps us avoid self-absorption and worries centered around ourselves. Epictetus once said, "Remember that you are a part of society, and your duty is to serve the interests of the community." This encourages us to see ourselves as part of a larger whole, where our actions have an impact on others. By engaging in community activities, volunteering, or even performing small gestures like helping those around us, we can build a sense of connection and purpose. This not only helps reduce anxiety but also creates a meaningful life. Another important aspect of Stoic philosophy is courage. Anxiety often arises from invisible fears, such as the fear of failure, the fear of loss, or the fear of an uncertain future. Stoicism helps us face our fears head-on and learn to control them instead of letting them control us. Epictetus said, "It is not the events that cause anxiety, but how we interpret those events." This emphasizes that fear and anxiety often stem from our thoughts and reactions to situations, not from the nature of the situation itself. By confronting our fears directly, we can alleviate unnecessary anxiety and find the confidence to move forward. Courage in Stoic thinking is not only about bravery in the face of physical danger but also mental courage. It requires us to be willing to accept uncertainty and not let fear dictate our decisions. Practicing courage daily by facing small challenges will gradually help us build resilience and reduce anxiety in complex situations. Practicing gratitude and finding happiness in simple things. Stoicism highly values living simply and being grateful for what we have. Anxiety often arises from feelings of scarcity, insecurity about losing what we cherish, or not achieving what we desire. However, gratitude can help us return to the present and find happiness in small things, rather than constantly chasing unattainable goals. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Be grateful for life. For even what you have today could be taken away." This encourages us to appreciate what we have. From small things like a delicious meal or a good night's sleep to the wonderful relationships in our lives. True happiness does not lie in possessing material wealth but in a mental state of sufficiency and contentment with the present. Practicing gratitude not only helps reduce anxiety but also strengthens our positive connection to life. When we are grateful, we compare ourselves less to others and feel more confident about the path we are on. This helps eliminate unnecessary pressures and allows us to focus on improving ourselves from within. A simple method to practice gratitude is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down at least 3 things you are grateful for in your life. By doing this, you gradually change your perspective and become more optimistic, thereby better managing daily worries and stress. Stoicism encourages personal responsibility, emphasizing that each individual must take full responsibility for their life and emotions. Instead of blaming circumstances or others for our worries and difficulties, we should learn to proactively change our mindset and actions to address problems. One of the key principles of Stoicism is self-accountability. Epictetus reminds us, "You have the power to control your thoughts and actions. Do not waste time worrying about things beyond your control." This mindset helps us focus on what we can control rather than letting our minds be haunted by things that are not within our authority. When we truly accept responsibility for every aspect of our lives, from our emotions to our actions, we will feel more empowered, and anxiety will gradually dissipate. Personal responsibility brings freedom, as we are no longer bound by external expectations or pressures but instead have complete authority over how we respond to and face situations. Moreover, setting clear goals and being responsible for achieving them is also part of Stoic philosophy. Anxiety often arises when we feel lost or lack specific objectives. When we have a clear action plan and take responsibility for completing each step, we minimize anxiety and feel more confident about the path we choose. Living according to personal values and ethics. Stoicism is not only a philosophy that helps us confront anxiety but also guides us to live according to our personal values and ethics. When we live by firm principles and ethics, we feel at peace because we know we have done what is right. Conversely, when we act against our personal values, anxiety, regret, and dissatisfaction tend to increase. According to Marcus Aurelius, living in accordance with one's values and ethics is a core factor in achieving inner peace. When we know we have done what is right, regardless of the outcome, we no longer have to worry about how others will judge us or whether the results are worth our efforts. Honesty with oneself and acting rightly brings confidence and reduces anxiety about external influences. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages doing good for others without expecting anything in return. This helps us not only feel spiritually fulfilled but also minimizes worries about whether others will recognize or appreciate our efforts. Altruism and actions based on personal values help us avoid unnecessary worries and foster inner peace. Focusing on the process, not the outcome. Another important principle in Stoic thinking is to focus on the process rather than the final outcome. When we place too much emphasis on the results, anxiety increases because we cannot control all the factors that influence those results. Instead, Stoicism teaches that the effort in the process is what matters most. Epictetus once said, "We can only control our actions, not the outcomes. Therefore, focus on what you can do, and accept any result that fate brings." This helps us alleviate pressure regarding the results, allowing us to do our best within our capabilities without stressing about what is beyond our control. Practicing this mindset can be applied in every aspect of life. From work and study to relationships. When we focus on the process, we will feel freer, less anxious, and especially enjoy each moment of the journey. The final outcome, whether success or failure, will no longer hold such importance if we have given our all. Accepting outcomes as a part of life not only reduces anxiety but also helps us develop a spirit of optimism and patience. Instead of being obsessed with success, we should appreciate every step taken on the path we have chosen. Conclusion. Managing anxiety and maintaining a calm spirit is not an easy task, especially in the modern world filled with pressures and challenges. However, Stoic philosophy provides valuable tools to help us approach life with more tranquility and confidence. From distinguishing between what can and cannot be controlled to focusing on the present, accepting adversity, and living simply, Stoicism teaches us how to live a fulfilling life unburdened by anxiety. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of self-control, patience, and gratitude, which are essential in helping us maintain our spirit during difficult times. By practicing mindfulness, building positive relationships, and accepting impermanence, we can find inner peace and concentrate on what truly matters in life. Stoic philosophy is not just a way of thinking, it is a way of life that provides lasting values for those who practice it. Through cultivating a Stoic mindset, we can not only manage anxiety but also discover mental strength, enabling us to grow and face life's challenges more resiliently. Stoicism is not a quick fix for anxiety but a lifestyle that requires persistence and practice. However, with time and dedication, we can train our minds to remain calm and face life with strength and wisdom. Wishing you continued success and happiness on your journey.